Brendan Goslin. And batting ninth, the catcher.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Randall R. Sadler Stadium as we are ready for game number 2. The Quakers and the Hornets set for this second contest. Jack Taggart will go today in our second contest for Kalamazoo. He comes in no record, an ERA of 12, as Joey Gerbis gets the start for Earlham in our second contest. He comes in no record so far in 2 appearances, an ERA of 3.52. Starting lineups coming up in just a couple of moments. Stay right there. This is Earlham Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Back once again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium. Here's how Kalamazoo will line things out in our second contest of the day. Jordan Wiley will lead things off. He'll be at shortstop. Batting second and left field is Josh Reuter. Stephon LeClaire will hit third. He'll be in center field. Connor Grant, the cleanup hitter, at first base. Chase Kosselman will be hitting fifth in our second contest, gets the start at second base. Andre Gard hitting sixth in right field. Todd Benevere will be in the number 7 hole in the second game. He'll start at third base. Brendan Goslin will hit eighth. He'll DH. And Max Moran catching in the second contest. He will hit ninth. Wiley, Reuter, LeClaire, Grant, Kosselman, Gard, Bonnevier, Goslin, and Moran getting the start again for the Kalamazoo Hornets, who come into this one at 1-3. Well, Joey Gerbis gets the start. This is his third start of the year. He pitched much better in his second start of the year against Wilmington than he did in his first contest against Wittenberg. And so he will get the start in game number 3. Gerbis, 7 2/3 innings, giving up 2 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 7 strikeouts, 5 walks, has an ERA of 3.52. And he will face the leadoff hitter, Wiley, who in game number 1 went 0 for 5, left 3 runners on base in our first contest. Wiley hitting at .250. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's in there for a strike, and game 2 is officially underway here tonight. 6:22 our start time. Clear skies, cool evening once again. Lights are on here at Sadler Stadium as that one is lifted high into right field. Kendall Baker near the line, reaching up, making the catch, and there's one away. And here's Josh Reuter.
Now batting the left fielder, number 5, Josh Reuter.
Reuter 3 for 5 in the first game. Now hitting at .333, and Gerbis with the pitch. This one hit very well into left field, going back on it. That one's just at the base of the fence as McFadden able to run it down. Strong throw to second base, not in time, and that'll be a one-out double for Josh Reuter. And he got every bit of that one, but just fell short of the fence in left field. So the double by Reuter. Here's Stephon Leclerc. First base hit by Kalamazoo here in our second game. One away. Leclerc 1 for 2, a run scored and an RBI in the first game, and Gerbis' pitch is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Josh Wilson getting the start behind the plate for the Quakers here tonight. Danny Dopp is at second. Jandro is at second base. I say Dopp at first, Jandro at second. As that pitch caught the outside corner. Pinsur is at short. Davis back at third. McFadden, Shake, and Baker again get the start in the outfield from left to right. The stretch once again by Gerbis. A check of the runner at second. And the pitch on the way to the plate. Good cut. That one is hit foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leclerc now hitting at .455 on the year. Gerbis gets the sign from Wilson. The pitch on the way. This one is going to be lined into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Rounding third, heading home is Reuter, and he will now retreat back to third as Kendall Baker throws a strike to Danny Dopp at first base. And so now runners at first and third. Second base hit by Kalamazoo. And with 1 away, that'll bring up Connor Grant. Grant 1 for 5 in game number 1, currently hitting at .200. By the way, those 2 hits, Reuter's double and that single by Leclerc, those are solid base hits. So the cleanup hitter Grant will step in. Here's the pitch on the way, and a fastball high and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Earlham wins game 1, 5-3. Kyle Gorman now 3-0 for Earlham. Gerbis throws on to first. Gerbis, by the way, looked pretty nervous in his first collegiate baseball game, which is expected. He really settled down very well. Did not get the decision against Wilmington in his second start. As that pitch low and inside, 2 balls, no strikes. He's been moved up in this rotation since Walter Talcott will not pitch in this series against Kalamazoo. Throw to first once again. Kalamazoo, they got off to a fast start in game 1, jumped out to a 2-0 lead. They were stealing bases, getting base hits, and then Gorman settled down. Got good relief from Matt Mathias. Ground ball left side. That's going to get through. That'll score the game's first run. And the Hornets jump on top of this one 1-0. Grant will pick up the RBI. 3 hits now by the Hornets. And now runners at first and second.
Number 14, Chase Kozelman.
Kozelman steps to the plate. Kozelman 0 for 1. Did drive in a run in the first game. Kozelman hitting at .167. Now with runners at first and second. Gerbis will come set, checks the runner at second base. Wilson sets up on the outside corner. The pitch came back inside. And the count 1 ball, no strikes. Three straight hits now by Kalamazoo. Gerbis once again will come set. The pitch hit hard. Davis fields that one, throws to second. They'll get one there, on to first, and not in time. As beating that one down the line is Kozelman. And so 2 away. Runners will be at first and third.
Now batting the right field.
And that'll bring up Andre Gard.
Andre Gard.
Castleman will reach on the fielder's choice. Andre Gard, the starting right fielder, 1 for 4 in the first game. Now hitting at .077. The pitch in there for a strike. Now, if Gerbis gets out of this with just 1 run, I would imagine he would feel pretty fortunate. The way that Kalamazoo has come out hitting the baseball as Gerbis nearly threw that one away. LeClaire at third, Castleman at first. The stretch by Gerbis. And again, he'll throw to first. Well, we know for the first time now in the first now 11 games, 10 games of this season, as that pitch is in there for a strike, the Quakers will play from behind 2 games in a row. They fell behind in the first game 2-0. They trail this one 1-0. Trying to go to 10-0 on the season with a win here in this one. That pitch way outside. The runner takes off. It will not draw a throw. So now runners at second and third, and in the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Guard steps back in as Gerbis set to throw. He'll come set, check of the runner at second base. The pitch is up high. And the count is even out, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, the freshman Gerbis now trying to find a way to get out of trouble in the inning. This one is hit into right field. Baker, a few steps back to his left, will make the catch, and that will do it.
1 run on 3 hits, no errors.
We will head to the bottom half of inning number 1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Kalamazoo 1, Earlham coming to bat. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. Earlham will be facing another right-hander as going in the second game, Jack Taggart. Taggart just 1 game so far this year. He went just 3 innings, giving up 5 hits, 4 runs all earned, 3 strikeouts, no walks. He comes in with no record and an ERA of an even 12. But you go back to game number 1, Quakers faced another right-hander whose ERA was pretty high in Gilhouse at 11.25, and overall Gilhouse pitched pretty well. So Isaiah Shake will lead things off for the Quakers here in the bottom of the first inning. Isaiah 0 for 3, couple of walks in game number 1. Isaiah hitting at .429. No home runs, 3 runs driven in.
Leading off the first inning for your Quakers, the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Taggart will work from the stretch, and the pitch is high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. The right-hander's next pitch is high and outside, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 delivery, caught the outside corner, 2 balls and a strike. Moran will get the start behind the plate. Grant is at first. Seablum at second, Wiley at short. Bonnevere down at third as that pitch stays up high, 3-1. Ruters in left, LeClaire in center, Guard in right for Kalamazoo. The stretch once again by Tackett. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and it is in there for strike number 2. We'll go to 3-2. The payoff pitch on the way, and it is up high for ball 4. Quakers have a runner on base here in the first inning. Here's Mark Gendreau. Mark 0 for 3, a run scored in game number 1, a strikeout and a walk. Mark now hitting at .424.
The second baseman, number 40, Mark Gendreau.
He and Addison Robertson tied for the team lead with 14 hits apiece. Mark, with the 9 runs driven in, will take that pitch out of the strike zone, 1-0. Ian Bach still leads his team in RBI with 12. But now we see that Gendreau has 9, Dre Davis with 8. The pitch on the way, low and inside, 2-0. Taggett gets the sign from Moran. He'll come set. The pitch on the way is right down the middle for a strike, 2-1. Isaiah Shake, 3 out of 4 in stolen base attempts. Of course, no one better right now than Addison Robertson. He's a perfect 10 of 10. The stretch by Taggett. The pitch on the way to the plate, swung on and hit foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Quakers came into this series with 30 stolen bases, which for many teams is almost an entire year, but you're averaging nearly 4 stolen bases per contest, and that is not enough yet for Steve Sakasitz. The break-even pitch, nice curveball. Boy, I tell you what, Gendreau watched a very nice pitch. He was completely fooled on that one. He must have been looking fastball. As Mark will strike out, that'll bring up Danny Dopp. Danny 1 for 3, couple of runs scored in game number 1.
The first baseman, number 7, Danny Dopp.
Danny at .292 on the year. 1 home run, he has driven in 5. Taggett set at the belt, the pitch, another curveball in there for a strike, and Danny quickly behind it 0-1. Quakers eventually in game 1 ended up with 8 hits, but they got to a slow start as that's a foul ball. And Danny quickly behind it 0-2. But after that opening series against Wittenberg, the Quakers kind of slowed down, especially in game 3 against Wilmington, in which they managed only 2 base hits. So a team that had been averaging around 10 hits per game now has a combined 10 over their last 2 games. The 0-2 pitch on the way, stays up high, gets away from Moran. And that will be a passed ball as Earlham now is a runner in scoring position. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Dopp. Chance to get that run back here in the bottom of the first inning. Shake with a lead down at second base. Taggett with the pitch on the way, and there's another nice curveball in there for a strike, and Earlham now has 2 straight, caught looking, and both on 12-6 curveballs. So now with 2 away, that'll bring up Robertson. Robertson 3 for 4 earlier today with an RBI and a run scored.
Number 31, Addison Robertson.
Robertson now hitting at .483. Taggett a check of the runner at second, comes home with a pitch high and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Robertson, as we said a little bit ago, now with 14 base hits, has 7 runs driven in. They'd like to see maybe that number go up a little bit. As the cleanup hitter for Earlham. Here's the pitch on the way. It's up high, 2-0. By the way, good to see that Josh Wilson is back. He was sick in that series against Wilmington, so he missed time. So he gets the start tonight. Here's the pitch on the way. There's a strike. Wilson filled in rather nicely for Ian Bach when Ian needed a break. And a chance to again get a start tonight. Has a really good left-handed bat. Taggett checks the runner. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way, grounded toward the shortstop. Wiley bobbles it. Wiley will have to hurry, and the stretch at first base by Grant is good enough to get the out, and Earlham will leave a runner on here in the first inning. After 1 complete on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Kalamazoo on top of Earlham, 1-0.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
Todd Bonnevier will lead things off here in the second inning. It's Bonnevier, Gosselin, and Moran all due up for Kalamazoo. Gerba is set to throw in his first pitch, and inning number 2 is in there for a strike. Bonnevier was a pinch hitter in game 1, went 0 for 1. Gerbis' next pitch is hit foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Gerbis will get a new baseball. That one ended up hitting one of the foul poles, or at least the netting pole just to our right. Now the umpire puts it in his pocket. I doubt Gerbis will know if he throws it back to him. Major League Baseball, that ball even gets dirty, they throw it away. Bonnevier steps out. Pitch on the way by Gerbis. Got him looking. Benevere says, where in the world was that pitch? The umpire said on the outside corner, so a strikeout of Benevere. And that'll bring up Gosselin.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 9, Brendan Gosselin.
Gosselin, another pinch hitter in the first game, ended up walking his only time up as Gerbis' next pitch is outside, 1-0. Under the lights here in game number 2. Tomorrow the start time will be at noon. The 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. And again, just one game tomorrow, and that's because Earlham will be taking off for their southern road trip. They will leave tomorrow night at around 7. The 2-0 pitch bouncing away from Wilson, and we'll go to 3-0. They will not play Monday, but then one game coming up on Tuesday, so they'll get a chance to sleep in a little bit, maybe get a work in somewhere at least some point on Monday. Can't pitch a strike. Gosselin, the number 8 hitter, as Gerbis already set to throw, and this one hit foul. That one rode right in on his hands. And we'll go to 3 balls, 2 strikes. We're not sure if Talcott's going to get the start in that first game on Tuesday or not. They did move him back again with him not pitching in this series because of the cold weather. This one is hit down the right field line. Baker will watch that one go out of play. And did you see that expert camera work there? We'll stay at 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Pinsura behind the bag, then he drops it. So Earlham will have their first error of the ball game. Gosselin safe at first base, and that'll bring up now Max Moran, the number 9 hitter. Third error of the series now by the Quakers. As Moran will step to the plate. He was a late addition in the first game, caught last couple of innings as that pitch inside, 1 ball, no strikes. He did not get an at-bat. Moran still looking for his first base hit. Throw to first, not in time. The stretch by Gerbis. The pitch on the way. Good job by Wilson. Able to knock that one down and keep it in front of him. 2 balls and no strikes. Gerbis again working quickly. Comes set, the pitch on the way. That's a strike. Gerbis, another one of those pitchers, doesn't take a whole lot of time. He'll get the baseball, get the sign, and throw. The signal after a certain amount will be again sent in from the dugout. 2 balls and a strike. And when they fall behind in the count, it's up to the pitching coach and Steve Sakis to decide what they'll throw. And a short lead at first base by Gosselin. Two balls and a strike now for Gerbis as he'll come set. And the pitch. Well, that's almost very close to being a strike right there. That's low and inside, 3-1. It couldn't have missed by much. And we'll again go to 3-1. One away here in the second. The stretch once again by Gerbis. Here's the pitch. Hit foul. Good cut that time by Max Moran. See what kind of lead Gosselin gets down at first base. He's had a relatively short lead as he stays within the brown of the turf right there, and once again Gerbis will perhaps keep him a little bit closer. Could be a good time right here for him to take off. The stretch and the pitch, he'll stay put, and the pitch is low for ball 4. So now runners at first and second, and Jordan Wiley will step to the plate. First walk given up by Gerbis. Wiley 0 for 1. He flew out in the first inning.
The shortstop, number 25, Jordan Wiley.
Still just one away for the Hornets. Wiley now 0 for 6. Wiley had seen his batting average drop from the high 300s down to 250 coming in as he'll look to bunt. Wilson throws down to second. Tag laid on, not in time, as apparently Goslin got the hand in. But you see the arm of Josh Wilson, not afraid to throw to a base. And Goslin almost made a mistake down at second base. See if Wiley will try to lay down a bunt once again. Hard to believe he would, but again, the guy's struggling right now at the plate. The stretch once again by Gerbis. And the pitch on the way. He does not show a bunt this time, and the pitch is low and inside. That'll even the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. So now for 2 straight innings, Gerbis in a little bit of trouble. Gave up the 1 run in the first inning and fortunately got out of it with just the 1. Even though, again, Kalamazoo left 2 runners in scoring position. The stretch, the pitch, and that's going to get away from Wilson. Runners will advance, and that'll be a passed ball. 2 balls and a strike. And I think Wilson may have gotten crossed up that time by Gerbis. So Wilson out to talk with Gerbis. Again, you're talking about 2 freshmen. And now for 2 straight innings, we'll see Kalamazoo with runners at second and third. Infield will stay back as Gerbis comes set. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's going to be low for ball 3. Josh Reuter on deck. He doubled his first time up. Here's the 3-1 pitch on the way. It's hit well into left field. Coming on will be McFadden, and he will make the catch. The runner at third will tag and score. And it's now 2-0. And they're going to say, apparently, as we will have an argument at the plate, that they appealed down at third that the runner left early. And so take the run away, and we will move to the bottom of the second inning, and that very rarely happens as they appeal down to third, and so no runs across.
After an inning and a half of play,
and that will do it for Kalamazoo. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 2 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers trail at 1-0.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
We will head to the second bottom half of inning number 2, and again, very rare that you would see an appeal down at third base, and they said the runner left early. So Goslin is the final out of the inning, and Earlham catches a break right there. Now, I did not see whether he left early or not, as now McFadden will step to the plate.
The left fielder, number 16, Andrew McFadden.
I would imagine if you saw that 100 times, you might see it once, maybe, as that pitch sails over the head of Moran. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, only 2 umpires in regular season play. That, of course, in tournament play, you get a chance to have 4 umpires. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one hit high in the air, and that's sky high, believe me, the third baseman, Bonnevier, and that will fall into the bullpen. 1 ball and 1 strike, but you never see that happen. McFadden, Wilson, and Davis. Was that again the home plate umpire's call, as he was able to see the ball being caught, and when the runner took off as the pitch is outside, 2-1. Of course, now we wait and see if that will be a factor later in the ball game. Taggett with time called. He and Moran unable to get their signals together as McFadden at the plate. 0 for 2 with a couple of runs driven in the first game. The pitch hit foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. McFadden hitting .250 on the year. No home runs. He has driven in 6. As Taggett gets the sign, here is the break-even pitch on the way. Came inside and caught the inside corner. And right now, no one is happy with the home plate umpire. Here's Wilson.
Now batting, the catcher,
Josh Wilson.
Number 17, Josh Wilson.
Hitting at .500. Couple of runs driven in limited action, and the left-handed bat now swings and hits that one foul. No balls and a strike, and Earlham really likes this young guy right here. Out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. The home of who? Kelsey Mucker. The stretch and the pitch hit foul. No balls and 2 strikes, and the lack of knowledge in this press box is amazing. Here's the 0-2 pitch. One ball and 2 strikes. I refuse to listen to that rhetoric. Here's the pitch. 2-2. For those of you that are upset with our public address announcer, just write Earlham College and have you make sure you request he never come back again. The stretch by Taggett. Here's the break-even pitch on the way, and good job again by Wilson. Able to fight that one off. Wilson got the start in the second game of his career as the designated hitter and came up with a couple of base hits. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way, and it's low and inside, 3-2. One away here in the bottom of the second inning. Quakers down 1-0. They'll play for the second straight game from behind. The payout pitch on the way, and it's high and outside, and Wilson able to coax a walk out of Taggett here in the second, and that'll bring up Davis. Second walk given up now by the right-hander Taggett. And Dre Davis getting the start again at third base.
Now batting the third baseman, number 26, Dre Davis.
.450 on the year for Davis. He has driven in 8. 2 for 4 in the earlier contest with an RBI and able to take that pitch low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Boy, Davis solid at the plate this year for Earlham. Of course, was their starting shortstop, now over to third base, which he seems to be comfortable in both places. That pitch is low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. I'll be curious, Wilson, I wouldn't know that right now he'd be comfortable in maybe stealing bases, but he's 0 for 1 so far, but he's got a pretty good lead. Now we'll take 1 step back as he jumps around at first base, and Taggett misses way outside, 3-0. And that will warrant a visit to the mound. Hey, reminder, today's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub. No artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Thursday it's the Italian BMT, Friday the tuna, and Saturday the Black Forest ham. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Both the on-deck hitter, Kendall Baker, Davis down there as well. By the way, Baker hitting in the number 8 hole. They've moved Penn Seward to number 9. They meet with the third base coach as Wilson jumping around again at first base, and that pitch in there for a strike. And as you would expect, Davis taking all the way, looking for a pitch he can drive right here. 1 away in the bottom of the second inning. Taggart comes set. Here's the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Pretty good cut that time by Dre Davis.
Go 26, we need you.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Taggett again will come set. Here's the pitch on the way and missed it outside. Back-to-back walks. And here's Kendall Baker. Kendall got a base hit, 1 for 3 with a run scored in the first game, also walked. Kendall now hitting at 182 on the year.
Now batting the right fielder.
What advantage Kendall may have right here is Bonnevere, the third baseman. Let's see how he'll play this, as Kendall's been known to lay down a bunt even with 1 out and runners at first and second. The stretch by Taggett. Here's the pitch. Here's that 12-6 curveball that falls in for a strike. And it's 0-1, and now Moran out to talk with Taggett. This is only the 5th game of the year now for Kalamazoo, so they're still trying to work some of their kinks out early between their catcher and pitcher, as again these two guys haven't worked together a whole lot so far this year. Baker back in, the stretch by Taggett, the pitch on the way, late swing, and that one's fouled to the screen. And we'll go to no balls and 2 strikes. Of course, Kendall had that great run in the tournament last year, hit nearly 600 to be named the most valuable player of the HCAC tournament. They're hoping to see that bat come alive here before they head south. Wilson at second base, Davis at first. 1 away here in the bottom of inning number 2. Taggett checking the runner at second. The pitch on the way is outside. And again, they'll throw away from Kendall Baker, giving nothing to hit right there. Taggett again with the sign, a check of the runner. Here's the stretch. And the pitch on the way, grounded to the right side. The first baseman coming off as the play at the first base. They got him in time. As Baker down the line, and they will now score that one. Grant to Taggett covering the bag. So that'll go 3-1, and now runners at second and third with 2 outs. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Pinsura.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 22, Brian Pinsura.
Pinsura hitting at .241, no home runs. He has driven in 1. 1 for 4 in game 1. Good chance to drive in a run right here for Brian Pinsura. Wilson at third, Davis at second base. Taggett with the pitch, came inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Taggett a long look now into Moran. Now we'll check both base runners. The pitch, low and outside, 2-0. Trying to work Pinsura inside, then back outside. If you're Pinsura right here, probably look for a fastball right down the pipe. There it is, but he missed it low and outside. It was a fastball, but off the mark, 3-0. He'll be taking all the way right here as Isaiah Shake standing on deck. Hitters count once again at 3-0. You won't be swinging. You probably see a really good pitch even at 3-1. The stretch by Taggett. Here's the pitch on the way, and it was in there for a strike, as you would expect Pinsura taking. Still the count in your favor. Let's look fastball right here. We have seen a pretty good curveball by Taggett, but he does not want to load the bases with the top of the order coming up. The pitch, there's your fastball, and he went around. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, 2 runners on. Pinsura back in as Taggett trying to end the half inning. The stretch by the right-hander. The pitch is on the way, and he came inside and hit him right in the back. So Pinsura will take one for the team as he'll head on down to first base. The bases are now loaded. Here's Isaiah Shake.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Isaiah walked in the first inning. Reached second on a pass ball on Moran. Well, you don't mind Taggett coming inside, but if you're the head coach for Kalamazoo, you want to make sure at least you're going to put the ball in play. As that pitch outside the strike zone, 1-0. One ball and no strikes. The pitch. That one hit foul. There is a right-hander throwing in the Kalamazoo bullpen. That is Jordan Skidmore. He is a sophomore. And word has it from one of our trusted sources, they told him to hurry. A heck of a source. We only go to our best. Here's the stretch in the pitch. This one hit to the right side. That'll be a base hit. 1 run will score. Guard coming up, throwing to the plate. There will be a play, and did he get it in time? Yes. As the catcher Moran drops the baseball, and Earlham leads it 2-1. Isaiah Shake able to drive in 2 runs. And a nice job of hitting by Isaiah Shake. So that'll bring up Mark Jandro.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 40, Mark Jandro.
Jandro struck out looking his first time up. And now runners at first and third, and Isaiah Shake is again a stolen base threat at first base. Breaking ball low and inside. That was the 12-6 curveball that Taggett missed with. So once again, after trailing in game one. Earlham rallies. They've now rallied here in game two, only though down by one. The stretch by Taggett, the pitch over the head of Gendro. And we'll go to 2 balls, no strikes. Runner third base, Pinsura. Shake at first base. The stretch by Taggett, the pitch up high, and right now he is struggling. Earlham not running right at the moment. They want to see if Taggett will give them more free bases right here. The stretch by the right-hander, the pitch, and he can't hit the strike zone again. So the base is loaded now for Danny Dopp. That is now 4 walks in just 1 2/3 innings for Taggett, and patience could be running out pretty quick.
Number 7, Danny Dopp.
Danny struck out looking in the first inning. Bases loaded, and right now Taggett's got to come with something that is going to be good to hit. There is nowhere to go with another walk as that pitch is up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Boy, you fall behind, you're going to get you in trouble. And Taggett in deep trouble here in the bottom of inning number 2. The right-hander's next pitch on the way. That's hit to right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Pinsura will score. Rounding third, here's Isaiah Shake. No play there, and Earlham leads it 4-1. And I'll tell you what, right now Taggett is on borrowed time as they may go right to the bullpen right here. And this is a brisk walk to the mound. This is not a slow walk, and we will have a pitching change for Kalamazoo. We'll come back, tell you about the new pitcher coming up in a moment. This is Earlham Baseball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
New pitcher for Kalamazoo will be Jordan Skidmore. Skidmore is a sophomore making just his second appearance. He's thrown just a third of an inning, 1 strikeout, no record and no ERA. So this young man right here is also perhaps going to get some long relief as the starter is now gone and he will be responsible still for the 2 runners on base.
Now pitching for Kalamazoo, number 31, Jordan Skidmore.
So there is Skidmore being announced. Quakers have runners still at first and third. Earlham able to put 4 runs on the board and another multi-run inning for the Quakers. This is kind of what we're used to for Earlham. Here is Robertson. Robertson grounded out in the first inning. So Skidmore out of Rochester, 6'2", 195 pounds. Quakers have Gendro down at third. Danny Dopp at first, and there's a breaking ball, falls in for a strike. Quakers, this is the 9th hitter in the inning. The stretch by Skidmore. The right-hander comes set, and the pitch on the way is high and inside. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Four runs now for the Quakers on just 2 base hits. The pitch, runner takes off, the pitch in there for a strike, the throw to the second baseman. They will have the runner at first in a rundown. Dopp will get tagged out, but the run will score. And Earlham gets an added run as we move now to the 3rd inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham 5, Kalamazoo 1. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
2 innings of play, your score, Kalamazoo.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, Mancino'sofRichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
Well, Joey Gerbis now has a 4-run advantage. As we move now to the 3rd, it's Reuter, LeClaire, and Grant all due up for the Hornets as Gerbis' pitch is on the way, swing and a miss. Reuter doubled and scored in the 1st inning as Gerbis set to throw time called. The leg kick and the pitch. Bunted and bunted foul. Speaking of foul, this inning brought to you by Kenny Rogers Chicken. He makes a mean bird. Gerbis now with the 0-2. Swing and a miss and a nice pitch by Gerbis. He even took something off that one. And there's one away here in the 3rd inning. Here is Stephon LeClaire.
Batting the center fielder, number 17, Stephon LeClaire.
LeClaire singled in the 1st inning. He was left stranded at 3rd, as was Castleman. And the pitch by Gerbis stays up high, 1 ball, no strikes. Gerbis gets the sign, the pitch, and he comes back with a strike. And we'll be curious. I want to watch this young man when this season starts to roll along as Gerbis. Again, pitching in college baseball is a lot different than high school. As you know, you really have to be more of a pitcher than just a thrower, and this guy's going to be tough. Here's your 1-1 pitch. I think once he settles down a little bit and continues to learn from this coaching staff, he could have a year a lot like what Walter Talcott had in his freshman year, which is really hard to match, but Gerbis has the kind of stuff that Going to make him awful tough by the end of the year as that pitch is outside 3-1. Gerbis gets the sign from Wilson. The pitch. High fly ball, left side. Third baseman Davis in foul territory. He falls to the turf but makes the catch anyway. Good job by Davis. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Connor Grant. Boy, you went from high sky earlier throughout the day and battling the sun, and now you have to play under the lights, which Earlham has played under the lights a few times this year, but that still doesn't make that high fly ball any easier. Connor Grant 1 for 1, and Gerbis with a strike. Boy, I mentioned the defense so solid on the left side, whether it's Davis now at third, is that pitch just outside. Sprocket has played well down at third when he's been in there. Of course, Pinsura, he's been solid at shortstop. And Jandro's been very good at second base. Defense certainly has been very solid in the infield as that pitch outside 2-1. And this is virtually a whole new infield this year. You lost all those excellent bats and very good defensive players from that championship team last year as that pitch is low and inside. And we'll go to 3 balls and a strike. And then, of course, when you think about what you had in the catching department, that's tough to replace. Here's your 3-1 pitch. It's in there for a strike, 3-2. Two ways we play here in the third. Earlham on top 5-1. Gerbis. Here's the pitch on the way, and that'll be tapped right back to Gerbis. He will flip on to first base, and we'll head down to the bottom of the third inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers on top of this one, 5-1.
Earlham 5.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Boy, Earlham had at least at one point sent 9 hitters to the plate in the second inning. Robertson was at the plate when Danny Dott was caught in a rundown. So for Robertson, he'll be back in once again as Skidmore. The right-hander set to throw on the first pitch is inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Robertson, McFadden, and Wilson. Skidmore's pitch, low and outside, 2-0. Well, Taggett got in trouble simply because he had way too many walks. He ended up with 3 walks alone and a hit batsman in the second inning as that pitch a called strike. And if you give too many free passes to an offense like what Earlham has, and they have now taken advantage of those huge mistakes, and Taggett now long gone. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way. Back up the middle. That'll be a base hit. So Robertson now 1 for 2, and he continues to swing a hot bat. Here's McFadden. Robertson now 4 hits in the series. McFadden struck out looking in the second inning.
The left fielder, number 16, Andrew McFadden.
Robertson, as we said, is right now percentage-wise and total base-wise from a stolen base standpoint as he's quickly back into first. He is right now the best on the team, 10 for 10 in the stolen base department. The stretch by Skidmore, and the pitch on the way caught the outside corner for a strike. Again, virtually no wind here tonight. A very cool evening, but nonetheless for the Quakers, chance to go to 10-0 on the year. The stretch and the pitch way outside, backhanded by Moran, and then he lost it. Robertson didn't get a good look at that one as he was heading back to the bag, and would have been an interesting play for Moran to make that throw all the way down to second base in time to get Robertson. 1 ball and 1 strike now to McFadden. Skidmore checking the runner at first. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's in there for strike 2. Now Moran out to say something to Skidmore. As we said, these two probably haven't worked together a whole lot. And we know that for a fact, at least in actual game competition, as Skidmore hasn't thrown much at all this year. One ball, 2 strikes. See if Robertson goes right here. The stretch by Skidmore. And there he goes. High pitch, throw down to second is off the mark, and another stolen base for Robertson. Now 11 of 11. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes to McFadden. Think about Robertson. You watch him down at first base, and he's just pretty much straight up and down. You really can't tell that he's thinking about stealing. But once that pitcher, Skidmore, went into the stretch, he took a couple of extra steps, and he had a great jump. The stretch. Skidmore looks back at second base and comes home with a 2-2 pitch, and it gets away from Moran. That'll be an easy 90 feet extra. Now for Robertson as he makes the turn down to third. That'll be a wild pitch. And now Earlham with a chance to add to their 5 runs. As Robertson standing down at third base, and the count 3 balls, 2 strikes to McFadden. The stretch. And the payoff pitch on the way. That one is hit on a rope into left field. Coming over to make the catch is Reuter. Easy enough for Robertson to tag and score. And Earlham on top of this one, 6-1. So Robertson able to take advantage of the base hit, the stolen base, the wild pitch, and then McFadden with the sacrifice fly. As he drives in a run, and Earlham on top now 6-1. And here's Wilson.
Josh Wilson.
Wilson walked and scored one of the 4 runs in the second inning. The stretch by Skidmore, and the pitch on the way, popped him up. See who'll make the play on this one. That's Moran, and then the pitcher coming over as Skidmore makes the catch, and he almost overran it. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Davis.
Now batting.
Davis walked and scored in the second inning.
Dre Davis.
Davis will take the pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes. I misspoke there. It was 5 runs in the second inning, not 4 for Earlham. As now Skidmore ready to throw the 1-0 pitch on the way, high and inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Earlham able to score 6 runs on just 3 hits. The 3 runs they scored in that second inning, in fact, 4 of the runs they scored came off 3 walks and a hit batsman. There's a strike. Two on one now to Dre Davis, hitting the number 7 hole. Pretty good hitter at number 7. The 2-1 pitch. Awful close, but looked low, 3-1. Skidmore again from the windup, and the pitch on the way. Popped him up on the right side. That'll go out of play.
Hey, battle up here with 2. Come on, Dre. Come on, Dre.
We will stay at 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the 3-1 delivery on the way, and that one is foul tipped, and take that back 3-2, foul tipped, and a strikeout of Dre Davis. We will head to the top of the 4th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham on top of this one, 6-1.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
6-1 Quakers on top as we now move to the 4th inning.
For Kalamazoo. The second baseman, number 14, Chase Kozelman.
Kozelman will lead things off, followed by Andre Gard and then Todd Benevere. All 3 hits by the Hornets coming back in inning number 1. Since then, Gerbis got a little bit of trouble in the second inning. Here's a ground ball deep in the hole. Pinsura, the long throw, and he is safe at first base. So Kozelman hustling down the line. That'll be an infield base hit. The 4th hit now by Kalamazoo. And now they're checking out Pinsura, the shortstop, to make sure he's okay. Last thing the Quakers need is another injury.
The right fielder.
Here's Andre Gard.
Andre Gard.
We have already seen Davis and Shake go down with injuries here in the early half of the season, and hopefully that now that Pinsura's back up, he's okay as that pitch is inside, 1-0. Gard 0 for 1, flew out to right field in the first inning. 4th base hit now by Kalamazoo as the runner at first. Kozelman gets the lead. Here's the stretch by Gerbis in the pitch. That's down the line, but foul. That'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Boy, after Gerbis got in trouble in the second inning, he got Wiley to fly out, and then he goes 1, 2, 3 in the third. The stretch again by Gerbis as he gets the sign from Wilson. Gerbis now calls. In fact, that's going to be Andre Gard who calls time. Now for Gerbis, his big worry at this stage, go after Andre Gard, really not worrying too much about Kosselman. You're up 5 runs here in the 4th inning. The stretch and the pitch, and the breaking ball stays high and inside. 2 balls and a strike. And that's one thing about it, is a situation like this, you're in very good shape offensively. You have a 5-run lead. Just go to work on this guy right here. The pitch, that's a pretty good breaking ball, but it stayed inside, 3-1. Boy, here in person, you can just see the sharp break on that pitch. So now 3 balls and a strike to Gard. The stretch by Gerbis. And a throw to first. And one thing about Gerbis, he very rarely just tosses that ball over there. He throws it on a line. And Kosselman knows that if he gets too big of a lead, he could be in trouble down at first base. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's on the inside corner for a strike, 3-2. Gard came into this one hitting at 0-77 and another throw to first. Three balls and 2 strikes. Gerbis with a pitch on the way, and he missed it outside, and so that'll put runners at first and second. And here is Todd Benevere.
Now batting the third baseman, number 27. Todd Bonavere.
They will only have, 2 walks? That's the second walk. Bonavere struck out back in the 2nd inning. So again for Gerbis, that is the 2nd walk. He has struck out 2, and he's given up 4 hits. Bonavere again will step to the plate. Second look here at Gerbis. Runners at first and second. Kosselman at second. Gard at first. The stretch by Gerbis. And the pitch on the way to the plate. Fly ball into center field. Should be a routine play for Shake. Runner will tag at second. He's going to stay put as Shake throws a bullet to third base. It gives you a pretty good idea. There is one away, and Gosselin will step to the plate. We saw the arm of Kendall Baker in right field, and there you got a good look at Isaiah Shake and his arm in center field. Gosselin reached on an error in the 2nd inning as Gerbis set to go to work, and the right-hander's pitch is on the way, and there's a curveball in there for a strike. Kosselman will lead at second. Andre Gard down at first base. Long look by Gerbis. He gets the sign from Wilson. And a check of the runner at second. Here's the stretch, and the pitch on the way came inside. And the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Gerbis will come set. And the pitch. High and inside, 2-1. Came back with a fastball. See if now he'll go low and away on Gosselin. Generally watch what Wilson does behind the plate. You get an idea of maybe where that pitch location could be. They're going to try to go down and low, and there is a nice curveball in there for a strike, and that's exactly where he was going as the count goes to 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Gerbis once again gets the sign. The pitch on the way, hit foul. Good cut by Gosselin, and he'll stay alive at 2-2. Well, perhaps you go back after Goslin, go inside and try to jam him up right here. And it looks like going to go low and away. As you can see the location as this one hit foul again as Wilson wanted that ball low and outside. We'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think it's about Gerbis. Got a good in a fastball. If he goes in on his arms and right on his fingertips, he could really jam this guy up pretty easily as Gerbis will come set. Let's see if he'll come back inside. The stretch. And the break-even pitch. He came inside, but not with a fastball, with a curveball and missed. And we'll go to 3-2. Well, you either go high and tight or you go low and away. See what we'll do right here with Gerbis. The stretch and the pitch. He came inside and just missed, and the bases are loaded. Here's Max Moran. Second walk of the inning given up by Gerbis.
Now batting the catcher, number 13, Max Moran.
Moran walked in the second inning. Now, what you really look back to Gerbis again, just go after the hitter. Sometimes you get the feeling maybe he's just trying to pitch around a couple of these guys, and not a great hitting baseball team coming in. See how he'll attack here as time is called. Three out of the 4 innings now, the Hornets have threatened. That pitch missing low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. And sometimes you try to get a little bit too fine. Bases loaded here in the 4th now for Kalamazoo. The stretch and the pitch on the way, hit foul, and another pretty good cut. We have seen several good cuts by Kalamazoo here in the 4th. And the count now even to Max Moran at 1 ball and 1 strike. He is the number 9 hitter. Now the 5th hitter in the inning. Gerbis will see that pitch count start to add up a little bit here in the next couple of innings. There's a nice pitch. One ball, 2 strikes. Gerbis gets the sign once again, will come set. Here's the pitch on the way, and this one hit foul. That's another good breaking ball. And Moran able to fight it off on the outside corner of the plate. Will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kosselman at third, Guard at second, Goslin at first base. Moran trying to get the Hornets back into this ball game as time is called now. We'll have Wilson go through the set of signs once again. He will check that armband on his left hand to see what they'll throw right here. And the stretch again by Gerbis, time called, and we'll see Wilson out to talk with Gerbis. Wilson, after a short meeting, they've met a couple of times, and these two, again, might, much like what we see between Skidmore and Moran, haven't worked together a whole lot. Generally, we have seen Gerbis with Ian Bach in the first couple of starts. Here's the stretch, and the 1-2 pitch on the way. This will be grounded to the left side. Davis charging, throwing to first. They'll get the out there. Run will score, and it's now 6-2. Here's Wiley, the leadoff hitter. Wiley 0 for 2, and he still is looking for his first base hit. He's now 0 for 7. So now Andre Guard down at third. Goslin is at second base. Here's the pitch, and the breaking ball stays inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Boy, Wiley was, again, a plus 300 hitter. But he is really struggling so far in the first two games. Gerbis a check of the runner. The pitch on the way, and it's inside for ball two, and that one got him. So here comes Steve Sakasitz. Bases will be loaded. And that'll bring up Josh Reuter. Well, just from the standpoint of the home plate umpire, he would have had to have heard something hit
Now batting,
Jordan Wiley.
Number 5, Josh Reuter.
A lot of hitters have that protective padding on that elbow, shoulder, and forearm area just in case they get hit. And so now Reuter will step to the plate. Bases are loaded. Reuter doubled in the first inning, scored the game's first run, and he struck out in the third. One run across here in the fourth inning. Gerbis with the pitch, and he's blew that one by him. Well, Gerbis again may feel relatively lucky if he can get out of this inning with no more damage done. The pitch by the right-hander hit foul. No balls and 2 strikes to the number 2 hitter, Josh Reuter. Guard at third, Gosselin at second, Wiley's at first. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gerbis with the high leg kick and the pitch, and he had a little bit more on that one and got him looking. We head to the bottom half of inning number 4, just 1 run across for Kalamazoo. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham on top, 6-2.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East.
Welcome back once again to Randall R. Sadler Stadium as the Quakers lead this one 6-2. Today's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer and when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-30-400.
Leading off the fourth inning for your Quakers. The right
Kendall Baker will lead things off.
One, Kendall Baker.
Baker 0 for 1. Skidmore, the right-hander, back in for another inning of work, and his first pitch on the way. Bunted third base side, could be trouble. Charging is Bonavere, no chance. And another bunt single by Kendall Baker. And the Quakers have some speed now on the base paths, and that'll bring up Pinsura. Pinsura hit by a pitch in the second inning, scored a run.
Now batting the shortstop.
Earlham now with 4 base hits.
Pinsura.
And keep an eye on Kendall Baker down at first. The stretch and the pitch on the way. Bunted in the air, and the pitcher coming over to make the play, Skidmore. And Pinsur unable to lay down the bunt, and that'll cost the out for the Quakers as Baker gets back in time, and there's one away now for Isaiah Shake. Isaiah single drove in a couple of runs in that 5-run second inning.
Now batting the center fielder.
So Shake has been on base twice.
Isaiah Shake.
Skidmore ready to throw as he checks the runner at first. The pitch on the way is a breaking ball that stays inside. And the count 1 ball, no strikes. Each team now with 4 hits. Earlham wins this one tonight. They win their 3rd straight series to open up the season. That pitch inside as well, 2-0. And again, we'll go for the sweep tomorrow. 2 balls, no strikes. Now to Isaiah Shake. The stretch by Skidmore, and the pitch. Runner takes off. The pitch in there for a strike. The throw down, not in time, and a stolen base for Kendall Baker. And 2 balls and a strike now to the leadoff hitter, Isaiah Shake. Isaiah's hit back in the second inning was a line drive into right field. See if he can go that way again. The stretch by Skidmore. Here's the pitch on the way, and it drops in for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Skidmore gets the sign as he comes set. And the pitch on the way is another breaking ball, but it stays inside 3-2. Anything close right here, make sure you protect to see what Skidmore will come with right here and who will guess right. Will it be Shake or will it be Skidmore? The stretch once again by the right-hander. Big lead by Baker at second. Here's the pitch on the way, and he comes inside, and if it didn't hit him, it was a ball. But I think it may have got a piece of him. Now the Quakers have runners at first and second, and here is the number 2 hitter, Mark Gendreau. Mark struck out looking back in the first inning, walked and scored in the second.
Mark Gendreau.
No one throwing right now in the Kalamazoo bullpen, so right now it's up to Skidmore. And he'll turn and throw to second. Tag laid on, and they got him. So there's 2 away, and Earlham loses a base runner. Good move by Skidmore to get the out. So 2 away. And now Isaiah Shake at first base. Gendreau steps in. The stretch by Skidmore, and the pitch is outside. And the count 1 ball, no strikes. Quakers unusually this year have had several runners either in a rundown or picked off, which doesn't happen very often. You look at that team a year ago, and in fact the last couple of years, it had rarely happened, but not so far this season. 1 ball, no strikes. Skidmore once again will come set. A check of the runner at first, and the pitch on the way. This one will be slapped to the right side. Diving will be the second baseman, Seablum, and he cannot make the play, but he was able to knock it down. And that'll be an infield base hit for Gendreau, and now the Quakers will bring Danny Dopp to the plate. So 2 infield base hits in the inning, Baker and Gendreau. Runners now at first and second, and that'll bring up Danny Dopp, who's 1 for 2.
Now batting the first baseman.
Pretty good effort by Seablum at second base. as the inning will continue now for the number 3 hitter for Earlham. Well, you don't get your runner picked off at second base, potentially bases loaded situation with 1 out, as that pitch stays inside, 1-0. So now the situation a whole lot different for Danny Dopp. Still a chance, though, to give the Quakers their 7th run of the ball game with a base hit right here. You have good speed with Shake down at second base. The stretch and the pitch went back outside. The count is even at 1-1. One ball and 1 strike now to Danny Dopp. Skidmore comes set, checks the runner at second base, and here's the pitch on the way, and it's outside. Moran able to scoot across and knock that one down, 2-1. Kalamazoo outfield is straight away, but a little bit shallow in right. That is guard in right field. The stretch once again by Skidmore. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's low and outside, 3-1. Dopp should see a good pitch right here. Skidmore has to come somewhere around the plate, or he's going to load the bases for Robertson. Skidmore once again set to throw. Here's your 3-1 pitch, and it's way outside, gets by Moran. But now the bases are loaded. And here's Addison Robertson. Robertson singled and scored in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. But again, bases loaded here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 31, Addison Robertson.
And right now, no one better than Robertson at the plate. And now Skidmore will work from the windup. With 2 away, the infield will stay at normal depth. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's a called strike. This is one of those innings you don't want to let it get away without getting a run across, simply because of the mistakes made by Skidmore. There's a breaking ball, and that misses inside. The count is even at 1-1 strike. Despite the leadoff base hit by Baker and he being thrown out, Earlham still has a chance here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Caught the outside corner, and another good pitch by Skidmore. Kept that ball away from Robertson. Shake at third. Gendro at second base. Danny Dopp at first. And right now Skidmore trying to get out of another jam as he gets the sign from Moran. Here's the pitch, and that one came inside and hit him on the arm. So Earlham's going to get the run without swinging the bat, as Shake will cross the plate, and Earlham on top of this one, 7-2. And that'll bring up McFadden. And now a right-hander beginning to warm up for
the left fielder,
Kalamazoo.
Number 16, Andrew McFadden.
McFadden is 0 for 2. As now Skidmore stays in the windup. The pitch on the way, and it's outside for a ball. Rough inning right here for Skidmore. The leg kick and the pitch on the way, and it's a called strike. And if you're McFadden, you want to see as many pitches as you possibly can. Trying to get ahead of the count right here and make him throw the one you want. 1-1 strike. Runners will get their leads. Here's the pitch on the way, and boy, he missed wildly outside. 2 balls and a strike. Moran had to extend himself way beyond the left-handed batter's box in order to get that baseball. 2 balls and a strike now to McFadden. And now time called. Jandro down at second base representing the 8th run for Earlham. Here's the pitch on the way, and this grounded back up the middle. Seabloom will bobble it, and the runner is safe at second base. Though the shortstop Wiley thought he got there in time, a run will score, and Earlham now leads this one 8-2. And the bases will remain loaded. Here's Wilson.
Now batting, the catcher, number 17, Josh Wilson.
Wilson 0 for 1. A run scored after walking in the second inning, and Earlham has now scored 2 runs in the inning. And Wilson will step up, and the pitch on the way, grounded to the second baseman again. Seabloom this time. They'll get the force. Wiley coming over to get the out, and that'll do it for Earlham in the bottom of the 4th inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham on top of this one, 8-2.
After 4 innings of play, your score, Kalamazoo.
Came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Back once again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium. We have been informed by one of our great sources again that John Kunick out of Ann Arbor, Michigan is now, and he must be a great guy, he's a Michigan guy, throwing in the bullpen. Wolverines in basketball, the Big Ten champions. Here is, yeah, right. Here's LeClaire to lead things off here in the top of the 5th inning.
Leading off the 5th inning.
My good name is being besmirched. Is that what the word is? Besmirched.
LeClaire.
It's being thrown around like dirt down there. LeClaire steps in. Here's the pitch by Gerbis, high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the wind of the 1-0 pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Gerbis now with a 6-run lead will throw that one outside corner for a strike, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on a miss. Big cut by LeClaire. Right-hander throwing we saw earlier in game number 1. As the next pitch on the way hit foul. Dominic Michael was throwing for the Quakers. Never did see action as Earlham able to win that game with the bullpen of Matt Mathias and the closer, Spencer Owen. As Gerbis ready to throw the break-even pitch once again. He came back with that breaking ball outside, 3-2. Three balls, two strikes. LeClaire back in as Gerbis set to throw and got him swinging. One away. And here's Grant.
Now batting.
Back-to-back strikeouts now by Gerbis. Connor Grant 1 for 2, a single and a run driven in back in the first inning. There's a called strike. Four strikeouts now by Gerbis as the right-hander set to throw on the next pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gerbis trying to get his first win of the year. 2-0 decisions. The 1-1 pitch hit hard and diving the shortstop. Pinsur can't come up with it. And that'll be a base hit. Hit number 5 now by Kalamazoo.
Number 14, Chase Kozelman.
Here's Chase Kozelman. He had a base hit and a run scored in the 4th inning. So Gerbis once again, all but 1 inning will he work from the stretch. He went 1, 2, and 3 in the 3rd. And every other inning, Kalamazoo has threatened, and that pitch is a called strike. Gerbis gets the sign from Wilson. Pitch coming inside, and it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. And a throw to first, nearly getting Grant leaning. He was ready to take an extra step towards second base. Cal will stay at 1 ball, 1 strike. Gerbis will come set, and the pitch on the way. Popped him up on the right side. Should be an easy play for the first baseman, Danny Dopp. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 away. Well, that was a pitch right in on the hands of Kozelman. And that'll bring up now Andre Gard.
The right fielder, number 11, Andre Gard.
Gard flew out in the first inning, walked in the 4th. Gerbis will come set. The pitch on the way to the plate. Check swing, and he went around. That may have been a strike anyway. That's a pretty good pitch by Gerbis. Question now is how long will they let Gerbis go tonight in a cold night? May want to see a couple other. There's another throw to first. I tell you what, if that throw was on the mark, Connor Grant would have been in trouble. No balls and a strike. Gard steps back in as Gerbis set to throw the pitch. And he misses low and outside. The count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Good lead again at first, and another throw. Quakers on top, 8-2. And trying to finish things out here in the top of the 5th inning. The stretch, the pitch. And it's low. 2 balls and a strike. Jandro, he's playing more up the middle, almost daring Andre Gard to go to the right side. The pitch on the way, check swing, and boy, I tell you, he was completely fooled on that pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Gard tried to hold up at the last second. So now let's see how the Quakers will attack him right here. Gerbis gets the side. Here's the pitch on the way. Hit foul off the end of the bat. And Guard will stay alive at 2-2. Two away here in the top of the fifth inning. See if Grant will be on the move down at first base again with the count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. The stretch again by Gerbis. He stays put. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's low 3-2, and he'll be moving now. Kalamazoo's bullpen relatively quiet at the moment. A lot of people in the bullpen, but so far no one throwing. Quakers again with a right-hander throwing in their bullpen. Here's the runner taking off. The pitch is up high for ball 4, and he lost him. Here's Bonavere, who will step to the plate now with the runners at first and second.
Now batting the third baseman, number 27, Todd Bonavere.
Andre Guard has walked twice tonight. Bonavere struck out back in the second inning, caught looking, and then flew out in the fourth inning. The stretch by Gerbis. The pitch on the way, and it's grounded toward Davis at third. He will now just go step on the bag after forcing the runner to look back, and that'll do it here in the top half of inning number 5 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham on top of this one, 8-2.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
Hey, we're back once again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium. Quakers on top 8-2. And John Kunick is in, the right-handed pitcher out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. 6'2", 205 pounds. He is a sophomore. So Skidmore done for the night. Third pitcher used now here in game number 2.
Kalamazoo, number 36, John Kunick.
Here in the bottom of inning number 5 for the Quakers, it'll be Davis, Baker, and Pinsura. See if we got some numbers here on Kunick. Kunick so far this year, just one game, a third of an inning, gave up 2 hits, a run. It was earned. His ERA, a robust 27.0.
Leading off the 5th inning for your Quakers, the third baseman, number 26, Dre Davis.
First pitch by Kunick is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Davis 0 for 1, a strikeout back in the 3rd inning. This one hit foul. And that'll even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Davis walked and scored part of that 5-run second inning. The pitch on the way, in there for a strike number 2. And now both bullpens are quiet. The pitch on the way, low and outside, 2-2. That one grounded back to the pitcher. He'll run 3/4 of the way over, and there's one away. Here's Baker. Baker singled his last time up, stole a base, and then was picked off at second base. 1 for 2 here in game number 2.
The right fielder, number 1, Kendall Baker.
Third baseman Bonnevere will not make the same mistake he made last time, as he'll try to take the bunt attempt away as that pitch in there for a strike. Bonnevere was playing way too deep the last time up. Baker able to lay down a bunt on the third base side. Koenig with a pitch on the way, shows bunt again, pulls back, and that'll even the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. One away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Koenig's pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And now Kendall behind at 1-2. Here's your 1-2 pitch, hit foul. And will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pinsura on deck. Each team now with 5 hits. The 1-2 pitch just off the plate. We'll go to 2-2.
I didn't know you were here. I've been watching.
Koenig, a long look into Moran, and now they'll go through the signs again after time is called. Baker back in. Here is the break-even pitch, and it misses inside, 3-2. Temperature tomorrow in Fort Pierce, Florida will be 80 degrees. So if you're going down on Tuesday, it looks like it'll be nice and warm next week, as that's a ground ball to the left side. Diving will be Bonnevere, can't get to it, as that'll be a base hit by Kendall Baker. Kendall going the opposite way for his second hit. Hit number 6 now by the Quakers. And now Earlham a chance to run some more, as Pinsura will step to the plate. So 64 now in Fort Pierce. It'll be 80 tomorrow.
The shortstop, number 22, Brian Pinsura.
Chance of rain tomorrow, but we're hoping that won't be the case next week. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. What is it here now? 32. Something not right about that. Here's the stretch. Koenig with the pitch on the way, misses low and outside. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Pinsura was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the 2nd inning, flew out in the 4th. Another big count and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kalamazoo again with another right-hander beginning to warm up. Koenig will come set. The pitch on the way, and is time called? Yes, so they gave him time. And that may have been a strike right there. That probably would have been it for Pinsura. So no pitch. We'll stay at 1-2. Koenig once again will come set. Baker with the lead at first, and the breaking ball gets away from Moran. And on down to second base will be Baker, and we'll go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looked like that pitch was catchable by Moran. So now Penseur will have Baker in scoring position at second base. The stretch by the right-hander. And here's the break-even pitch on the way. Got him swinging. 2 away as Penseur will strike out. And we'll go to the top of the order now to Isaiah Shake. Isaiah's been on base all 3 times here in this one. He walked back in the first inning, singled and scored in the second, was hit by a pitch in the fourth, and also scored.
Isaiah Shake.
So now Kunick with a runner at second base will come set, a check of the runner, and the pitch on the way to the plate is low for a ball. Here's the stretch of the 1-0. That's going to be tough. Shortstop charging, Wiley throwing, and a low throw, and he's safe at first base. That was going to be tough. You could see that one coming off the bat. And Shake will get his second base hit. Moving on to third is Baker, and now the Quakers have runners at first and third, 2 out. And here is Mark Gendreau. Mark has scored a couple of runs tonight, picked up an infield base hit his last time up.
The second baseman, number 40, Mark Gendreau.
7 hits now by Earlham. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's in there for a called strike. Earlham 5 runs in the second, a single run in the third, 2 more runs in the fourth, and now trying to add to that total here in the 5th inning. Kunick will check the runner at third. Here's the stretch by the right-hander. And the pitch on the way, hit foul. And we'll go to no balls and 2 strikes, and this would be a situation right here that don't be surprised if Isaiah Shake will take off at first base. Even if he gets caught in a rundown, you get the runner going at third and get a run. The stretch. And the pitch on the way, ground ball back up the middle. Wiley will field and toss on to second, and that'll do it for the Quakers in the bottom half of the 5th inning. They will leave a couple of runners on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham on top of this one, 8-2.
Our community, it's where we live, it's where we work, it's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
Well, the freshman Dominic Michael will step in. Dominic, by the way, has thrown just one game, an inning, and no line score following that. We saw him up throwing in game 1, did not get a chance to throw, but now that'll do it for the starter as Joey Gerbis will go 5 innings, giving up 2 runs, 5 hits, struck out 4. And he ended up walking 1, 2, 3, 4 on the night. So the walk's a little bit high for Gerbis, as he still has a chance to pick up a win here tonight with an 8-2 lead. So Michael, his last warm-up toss, here we go, as it'll be Bonavere, Gosselin, and Moran in the top of the 6th inning. See if we can get some scores. Any other games in the HCAC going on
Leading
on this Saturday?
Kalamazoo, the designated hitter, number 9.
Trying to
Brendan
check that out.
Gosselin.
Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference play, as the first hitter in, and that pitch is low for a ball. I take that back. We've got Gosselin leading things off here in the 6th inning. One ball, no strikes. Next pitch on the way, called strike. Gosselin reached on an error and walked. He's been on base twice. Michael's next pitch outside, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Caught the outside corner, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Going into today's action, Earlham 9-0. Franklin, they're playing well. They're 8-0. Mount St. Joe 6-1. Bluffton 8-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. It's outside, 3-2. Also out of the HCAC, Manchester 5-3, Anderson 6-6. Everybody starting to pick things up a little bit. Defiance 4-5, Transy 4-7, Hanover 3-7, and Rose at 2-8. They're struggling out of the gate. Payout pitch on the way, hit foul, and we'll stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Baseball earlier today, Denison beat Transylvania 5-1. Hanover a winner over Hope 6-4. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way, and he missed him inside. Leadoff walk now for Kalamazoo, and that'll bring up now Max Moran. Moran 0 for 1 with a walk.
Now batting, the catcher, number 13, Max Moran.
Anderson beat MCLA 6-5 today. They're down in Florida as well. Manchester beat DePaul 9-4. They're playing over in Indianapolis, as that one is hit foul. No balls and a strike. Also in 8 innings earlier today, Franklin beat Calvin 12-8. And see if we got another final here, as Augustana, Illinois beat Rose-Hulman 9-0. Denison won at Transylvania in that second game 3-0. That throw to first base, not in time. MCLA now, they beat Anderson in that second game earlier today 2-0. And those are the only games now updated from earlier today. So a couple of teams still playing pretty well in the HCACs. That pitch is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Dominic Michael in for the Quakers. The right-handed freshman comes set. Here's the pitch, and he misses high and inside, 2-1. And now Wilson out to talk to Michael. If you look at the numbers so far for Earlham at innings pitched, once you get past Jordan Christian, and of course Spencer Owen being the closer, Radka has 2 1/3, Austin Green has an inning, Dominic Michael has 1 inning, Tyler Netzley only 2/3 of an inning thrown so far, so Earlham's got to find out really where some of these guys are before they get into conference play. And you put them in a situation now, you have a 6-run lead, and you want to find out if they can throw with no pressure on, as that pitch in there for a strike. Comes down again to a trust factor when you have the maybe tying run at second base. Can you rely on some of these arms deep in your bullpen to help you out? And they're going to need it again with the busy schedule they'll have starting on Tuesday down in Florida. Here's the break-even pitch. Got him looking. Nice pitch. As Moran strikes out looking, and Michael gets his first strikeout, and that'll bring up now the leadoff hitter, Jordan Wiley.
Jordan Wiley.
Wiley 0 for 2. Well, that was you go back. Wilson went out and said something to Dominic Michael, and he comes back strong and gets the strike out of Moran. Formula is really not that difficult when you consider what the coaching staff tells you to do is basically go after the hitters and attack that strike zone. Pitches up high, 1 ball, no strikes. Don't try to pitch around anybody. Try to get bat outs, and that means let these guys put the ball in play and let your defense work behind you. Wiley still looking for his first hit of the series. The stretch once again by Michael. Here's the pitch on the way, and it drops in for a strike. And the count is even at 1-1. Earlham out hitting Kalamazoo 7-5, leading at 8-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch on the way by Michael, hit foul. That was a pretty good breaking ball. And Wiley holding back as long as he could. And he falls behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kalamazoo, we talked about in Game 1 how many runners they left in scoring position. They may look at Game 2 and feel the same way, as they've had now an opportunity in several innings to add to their 2-run total. That one is tapped to the right side, and that's going to go foul. Good job by Wilson. He's going to make sure that thing didn't go back fair. He probably learned that from Kelsey Mucker. One ball and 2 strikes. Wiley back in. The stretch once again by Michael. That's hit foul. If I'm not mistaken, Kelsey Mucker also led the basketball team to a semi-state. He was as good of an all-around athlete as I was. One ball, 2 strikes. The stretch again by Michael. And the pitch on the way, fly ball into right field. Here comes Baker on the run, makes the catch. He cannot double off the runner at first base as Goslin back in time. There's 2 away.
The left fielder.
And here's Jordan Wiley, and by the way, take that back here as Reuter. Jordan Wiley still hitless in the series as Josh Reuter steps to the plate. Wiley 0 for 3 with in fact, hit batsman back in the 4th inning, so he has struggled in this series. Reuter struck out with runners at 2nd and 3rd back in the 4th inning. He is 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored as the throw goes to first. Michael comes set as Wilson will place himself high above that strike zone. That pitch a little bit high, 1 ball, no strikes. Two away here in the 6th inning. The stretch again by Michael. A check of the runner at first and a short lead. The pitch, that one is foul tip, caught a piece of the catcher Wilson. Umpire just making sure Wilson will be okay as They'll make sure they check on Josh. It looks like he's all right, just got a piece of his mask. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lead at first base by Goslin. Here's the stretch again by Michael. The pitch on the way is a breaking ball hit high in the air, down the left field line, and that'll fall in the bullpen. Davis gave it a long look, as did Pinsura. We are 2 hours and 11 minutes, and we're in the 6th inning. We like to pass along that useful information that's passed down by Brian Cox. Are they? No surprise. Ouch. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball into center field. Isaiah Shake will make the catch. We'll head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham on top of this one, 8-2.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
Earlham Baseball being brought to you tonight by Chef KC, located at 1301 South L Street in Richmond. Catering for all events or occasions. Personal chef and traveling barbecue service, carry-out, and delivery is available. Chef KC, 1301 South L Street in Richmond. Head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. It's Dopp, Robertson, and McFadden all due up. We're back here again tomorrow, a noon start time. Reminder, you'll want to set your clocks ahead tonight. You will lose an hour. I'm kind of looking at my clock and saying it's already 9:35.
Number 7, Danny Dopp.
I'm trying to get myself mentally prepared. Here's Danny Dopp. Dopp singled back in the 2nd inning. 1 for 2 with a walk. Koenig was set to throw, but a baseball got loose in the bullpen, and the third baseman, Bonnevier, threw it back. It hit the fence and came back a second time.
Number 38, Nick Kelly.
So now we have Nick Kelly inserted into the lineup behind the plate now as Moran is done for the day. No balls and a strike. Now to Danny Dopp. And now the catcher Kelly will have to get used to working with Koenig. Right-hander's pitch on the way, comes inside and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nick Kelly is out of Centerville, Ohio. He, too, is a freshman. The pitch. It's in there for strike number 2. One ball, 2 strikes. The line in the pitch, and it's outside, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Danny steps back in. The break-even pitch hit foul, and a really good cut again by Dopp. And it will stay at 2-2. We'll probably see Dominic Michael back in for the Quakers in the next inning. There's a swing and a miss. Dopp will strike out. And 1 away here in the 6th. Here's Robertson. Robertson singled back in the 3rd inning. One of the 7 hits by the Quakers here tonight in game number 2.
Addison Robertson.
Kunick's pitch in there for a strike. Jumps out in front 0-1. Kunick gave up a couple of base hits in the 5th inning. Managed to survive and get out of it unscathed. There's a swing and a miss. And we'll go to 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Low and outside, 1-2. Kunick gets the sign from Kelly. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. That is softly grounded to the shortstop, Wiley. A throw to first on target, 2 away. Here's McFadden.
Now batting the left fielder,
McFadden,
number 16, Andrew
struck out back in the 1st inning, sacrificed fly in the 3rd, and then a fielder's choice in the 4th, and a set now by Kunick, and this one is a fly ball, shallow right field, going out the second baseman. Seablum will make the catch. And that'll do it for the Quakers. They go down in order.
No hits, no
in the 6th inning, we head to inning number 7 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham on top of this one, 8-2.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, Mancino'sofRichmond.com.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
We're back once again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium. We will move to inning number 7. Stephon Leclerc will lead things off. He's 1 for 3. This is his first look at Dominic Michael, who is back in for his second inning of work. And the freshman, as time is called, will step out and have Wilson go through the signs once again. The pitch on the way, low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch, low and inside, 2-0. Leclerc Grant Castleman here in the 7th. There's a strike. Quakers now have a right-hander throwing in their bullpen. Of course, as cold as it is, the pitchers will keep their jackets on for the moment. Here's your 2-1 delivery on the way. That's a called strike. And the count is even at 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. LeClaire back in. Michael set to throw on the pitch. Low and inside, 3-2. The payoff pitch on the way, and he missed him inside, and that'll be a leadoff walk. Here's Connor Grant.
Now batting the first baseman.
Grant has a couple of base hits.
Connor Grant.
You know, right now, Kalamazoo, they have had a base runner in every inning other than the third. That pitch a little bit high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Grant singled in the first inning, also singled in the 5th. The stretch again by Michael. Here's the pitch on the way. Fly ball into right field. Baker is there for the Quakers. He'll make the catch, and LeClaire back to first, 1 away. And with 1 out, here's Castleman.
The second baseman, number 14, Chase Castleman.
Castleman singled and scored in the 4th inning. Wilson out talking with Dominic Michael once again. One away here in the 7th. Michael ready to throw as he will check the runner at first base, comes home with a pitch, and it's in there for a strike. No balls and a strike. The stretch again by Michael. Short lead at first base. The pitch on the way, grounded to the right side. That'll get through. Base hit as Baker quickly up with it as Castleman will pick up his second base hit. And now runners at first and second. And here's Andre Gard.
Fielder, number 11, Andre Gard.
Looks like that may be Jordan Christian throwing in the bullpen. We may have a change here for Kalamazoo. They were looking like they were going to go with a pinch runner, and the third base coach still looking into the bullpen there, I should say into the dugout there. You see him right there as we're waiting to see who it's going to be. I don't know who they're going to go with. In fact, everybody looking in the dugout. I'm not sure. Maybe the guy took his shoes off and was relaxing, but there he is. He's getting his pants put back on. There you go. That is Amani Kareem, who we saw in the first game. Amani must have thought he was done for the day. So he'll be at first base running for Castleman.
Number 1, Amani Kareem.
So Kareem in the 7th inning. Runners at first and second as Andre Gard will step up as Dominic Michael now has 2 runners on base here in the 7th. We mentioned Jordan Christian throwing in the Quaker bullpen. The stretch by Michael. And time called. Michael once again will get the sign from Wilson. The stretch, the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. I'm not sure that's where that pitch was supposed to go. It almost appeared that Wilson was setting up on the outside portion of the plate. The ball rode back inside. But for Michael, he'll take it as he jumps out in front of no balls and a strike. Andres walked twice tonight in game number 2. The stretch and the pitch. That one is hit foul, riding right in on the hands of Guard. And he is behind at 0-2. This would be a big out again here for Dominic Michael. Top of inning number 7 if the Quakers can get to their closer once again. We probably would see him in the 9th inning. This one hit foul. Spencer Owen picked up his 3rd save of the season in game number 1. The Quakers wanted by a final of 5-3. LeClaire at second base. Kareem down at first base. The stretch by Michael. Here's the pitch on the way. Went to the outside and missed. It's 1-2. So we will see a new second baseman as Castleman is done for the night. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Michael, look at the runner at second base. Here's the pitch on the way, grounded toward the shortstop. Pinsura flips on to second, and he starts to turn, and they're going to call him safe. I thought that was on the exchange from the glove hand to the throwing hand. And everybody is safe. The bases will be loaded. Steve Sakasitz coming out. We'll get an explanation. As we will see Todd Bonnevier step to the plate. Guard will reach on the fielder's choice, and now we'll have the field umpire come and talk to the home plate umpire, and we saw this before. Nothing happened the last time. But a chance now for the Hornets to have the bases loaded and just 1 away. And now they're going to bring Sack back out again to talk to him. Now they're going to explain it to Sack. I thought maybe it was on the turn because you could see Gendreau start to turn to throw, and it had to have come out with his hand because that's where he dropped it. Didn't drop it out of the glove. He dropped it with his hand. So how long is this conversation going to take place? So there is, I guess, the explanation for Steve Sakasitz. May not agree with it, but that's where we stand right now. As
the third baseman.
We will see Bonnevier step to the plate with the bases loaded here in the 7th inning. That did give Jordan Christian more of an opportunity to get ready in the Earlham bullpen. Bonnevier, he is 0 for 3 and will be facing Dominic Michael for the first time. The right-hander's pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. This may be the last hitter that Dominic will face, depending on the outcome. Gosselin is next. He's been on base 3 times. The pitch popped him up and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. The stretch once again by Michael. The pitch on the way to the plate, grounded hard toward the second baseman. Jandro bobbles it, gets the runner at second. A run will score, and it's now 8-3. So that runner's at first and third, and that'll bring up Brandon Goslin. Mentioned Goslin's been on base 3 times. He has walked his last 2 times up. He walked back in the 6th inning when Michael took over for the Quakers. The stretch by the right-hander and the pitch on the way, off the end of the bat, foul. No balls and a strike. Well, every time it appears that the Hornets are about ready to break out, Earlham finds a way to stymie them the rest of the way, and that's been the case this entire first 2 games. There's a pitch high and inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. You go back to game number 1, Kalamazoo got a run in the first. They left a runner in scoring position. Got a run in the third. Left 2 runners in scoring position in the 4th, another one in the 7th, another one, actually 2 in the 7th, another runner in the 8th, and another one in the 9th. Breaking pitch in there for strike 2. You look at this one, they left 2 runners in scoring position in the first, another one in the 2nd, 2 more in the 4th, another one in the 5th inning, and now they have another one here in inning number 7. They have missed opportunity after opportunity so far here tonight as Wilson sets up on the outside corner. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and he hit the target perfectly. That's a great pitch by Dominic Michael. Just 1 run across here in the 7th inning. It could have been much bigger. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham leads at 8-3.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
A couple of changes for Kalamazoo. We'll try to get these here as it looks like Austin Duff is taking over at shortstop.
Number 12, Austin Duff.
The new pitcher is Swanson. We saw him in game number 1. Straley is taken over in center field. And we will see Wilson step to the plate.
Number 17.
If anybody else we're missing here, 11 is in right field. That is guard. He is still there. As the pitch to Wilson, low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Wilson walked and scored his first time up as that pitch is outside, 2-0. By the way, way at second base, that is Amani Kareem. Yeah, there's a strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch, hit foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That looks like Ben Jonaski is at first base. Hit foul. Two balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, that's Duff, right? Got it. Here's the stretch again by Swanson. And the pitch on the way is outside, 3-2. Wilson 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice back in the 4th inning. He's been solid, though, behind the plate, handling the Earlham pitching staff here tonight. Here's the pitch on the way, hit foul, good cut. Boy, that ball rode right in on the hands of Josh Wilson, the freshman out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Stretch again by Swanson. Hit foul. Boy, he's got an active bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Well, Earlham right now on the power of the 5-run second inning, leading this one 8-3. Another one hit foul. They will need a fresh supply of baseballs. Wilson will probably get a lot more time as the designated hitter. Ground ball right side. Kareem, the second baseman, charges, bobbles, and that'll be an error. So Wilson will reach base here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And here's Dre Davis.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 26, Dre Davis.
Davis 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Stretch again by Swanson. And the pitch on the way, fly ball into right field. Guard is coming in a few steps, will make the catch. Retreating back to first is Wilson, and there's one away. Here's Kendall Baker. Kendall 2 for 3.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 1, Kendall Baker.
Bonnevier again coming in at third base. Swanson checks the runner at first. The pitch on the way, popped him up foul, and that too will go out of play. No balls and a strike. Kendall back in. Third baseman again. Bonnevier will take a couple of extra steps closer. Here's the stretch by Swanson. And the pitch on the way, low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kendall singled in the 4th, a stolen base, also singled in the 5th inning. That one hit well into left field, and reaching out and making the catch is Reuter on the run, as he may have robbed Baker of at least a double right there. Nice play by Reuter to pick up and at least steal away a third hit for Kendall Baker, 2 away. And here is the number 9 hitter, Pinsura.
Shortstop, number 22, Brian Pinsura.
So Pensura steps to the plate. Run scored here in game number 2. The runner first takes off. The pitch is low and outside. Throw down not in time, and an easy stolen base by Wilson. So now the Quakers, another runner in scoring position here in the 7th inning. Quakers trying to sweep the 2 games here today. They will win the series, 1 game tomorrow. Now Swanson steps off as time is called. Pensura reached base back in the 2nd inning. Was hit by a pitch, flew out in the 4th and struck out in the 5th inning. The pitch on the way, a little sidearm action that time by Swanson. Caught the inside corner, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. The stretch again by Swanson. And the 1-1 pitch, ground ball toward the shortstop as Duff will field and throw. And a bang-bang play at first base, but in time we will head to the 8th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham leads this one 8-3.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hope, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
We will see Richmond native Jordan Christian, a sophomore, getting his 4th opportunity this year. Jordan has thrown 4 innings, giving up 1 run. It was earned, 4 strikeouts and 3 walks, and so far he is 1-0 on the year with an ERA of 2.25. Jordan throwing long relief so far this year. He, along with Matt Mathias, the 2 long relievers. And Jordan can also do a spot start.
For the Quakers, the sophomore, number 35, Jordan Christian.
So Jordan steps in, and we will see the number 9 hitter now for Kalamazoo here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's Nick Kelly.
Leading off the 8th inning for Kalamazoo, the catcher, number 38, Nick Kelly.
Nick Kelly out of Centerville, Michigan. He is a sophomore backup catcher. And he'll be facing Jordan Christian again here in the 9th inning. Kelly, by the way, no official at-bats as of yet. The stretch by Jordan. And the pitch on the way is in there for a strike, and something that I don't remember seeing too much is that Jordan Christian working from the stretch. He generally is a guy who works from the windup. The stretch by Jordan. Here's the pitch. That's off the end of the bat foul. We'll go to 0-2. Jordan had a chance to throw some quality innings in his freshman year. No balls and 2 strikes. Now the 0-2 pitch. Grounded softly to the right side. Jandro will scoop and throw, and there's one away. And we head to the top of the order now. Here is Austin Duff.
Now batting the shortstop, number 12, Austin Duff.
Duff hitting the place of Jordan Wiley. Wiley went 0 for 3, in fact 0 for 8 in the two games combined. So now Duff will get a chance to hit from the left side. And the pitch on the way is low and inside, 1-0. Duff is a freshman out of Portage. The stretch again by Jordan, to the pitch on the way, went outside, got the strike. And the count is even at 1-1. Boy, Kalamazoo got off to a great start here tonight. They had 3 hits in the first inning. Managed to get just 1 run. Ground ball up the middle. Pinsour near the bag will throw to first. There's 2 away. This will bring up now the left fielder, Josh Reuter.
Number 5, Josh Reuter.
Reuter made that nice defensive play in the last half inning, perhaps robbing Kendall Baker of extra base hits. Reuter doubled back in the first inning. He struck out twice. He flew out in the 6th inning. So Jordan now setting down the first 2 hitters he has faced here in the top of the 8th. The pitch on the way by the sophomore right-hander, and that's fouled away. No balls and a strike. There is now a left-hander throwing in the Earlham bullpen, so we may not see, once again, the Earlham closer with the ball game in no question this one so far. There's a fly ball, and that'll be McFadden who will haul that one in. So 1, 2, 3 inning. We head to the bottom half of the 8th on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham on top 8-3.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Couple of changes now for Kalamazoo as we move to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Stein will take over in right field.
Now in left field for Kalamazoo, number 30, Charlie Desjardins.
Desjardins will take over now in left field.
Number 39, Nick Stein.
So again, Nick Stein in right, Desjardins in left. Charlie's out of Inglewood, Colorado, played his high school baseball at Denver, Kent. First game I ever did was at championship high school football for Denver, Kent. Here is Dorian Holmes now pinch hitting.
Hitting for your Quakers, number 4, Dorian Holmes.
Holmes hitting in the 8th inning. He'll probably take over at first base. They've moved him from pitcher to first. As he will show bunt and bunts it foul. No balls and a strike. Holmes, so far no official at-bats. Has been a defensive replacement to this point. Swanson into the stretch. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly behind it 0-2. Boy, Kalamazoo, they've used a lot of players in these two games. The stretch and the 0-2 pitch got him swinging. Well, that's tough coming off the bench. You haven't hit so far here today in a cold night like it is tonight. One away. And another pinch hitter, Alec Bryan. Is that Morgan? Okay, so this is Morgan. So Anthony Morgan will come in.
Number 12, Anthony Morgan.
So Morgan in for Gendro. Here's the stretch by Swanson, and the pitch on the way is in there for a strike. The pitch on the way hit foul. And we'll go to 0-2. Anthony Morgan hitting at .500. He has 3 runs driven in. 2 for 4 on the year. And Alec Bryan is on deck. So here's the pitch on the way and a good breaking ball low and outside, 1-2. So Earlham is going to bring all kinds of new players in. We'll probably see Morgan take over at second base. Alec Bryan will probably move into the outfield. That's hit foul. And we'll stay at 1-2. Would imagine you'll see Holmes move on to first base. Alec Bryan would go to center. And we've gone past 3 hours. Here's the pitch. That's going to be foul tipped as the catcher Kelly unable to hold on. We'll go to 1-2. Game officially started at 6:22. We've now made it to, well, we're not quite there yet, is it? We've got 8 more minutes. Ground ball tapped right back to the pitcher. Swanson will throw to first, 2 away. So this game has really moved along. 2 away. Here's Alec Bryan.
Now batting for your Quakers, number 2, Alec Bryan.
Alec at .400 on the year. See, the difference between myself and Bryan is I see butterflies, he sees bats. So he's always looking at the negative side. Chance to spend time at the ballpark with your family and friends. Here's the stretch and the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Swanson comes set. And the pitch. You know, you could look at it another way. You could move that clock up an hour because really it's 10:16. So we've gone past 3 hours, almost 4 hours. That's the bright side. 0-2 now to Alec Bryan. Swanson with the pitch on the way, foul tipped as again Kelly unable to hold on. And we'll stay at no balls, 2 strikes. Two away here in the 8th. The stretch once again by Swanson. The pitch on the way, breaking ball just outside, 1-2. The stretch, and here's the 1-2 pitch. Low and outside, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Alec Bryan. Swanson sat with the break-even pitch. High fly ball. into left field. Desjardins is there, makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Quakers in the 8th inning. We will head to inning number 9. Earlham will try to wrap it up here tonight on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers on top 8-3.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Well, Jordan Christian will look to finish this out here in the 9th inning. LeClaire is scheduled to come up now for the Hornets. We'll see if there are some changes made as, again, we have seen Kalamazoo play a lot of players here in this second contest. Jordan got a 1-2-3 8th inning. There's no save opportunity right here, but nonetheless, Jordan a chance to finish it out. Alec Bryan is in right field for the Quakers. Kendall Baker will move to center. And in left field for the Quakers, Andrew McFadden will stay in left. The second baseman for the Quakers, that will be Anthony Morgan. Here's the stretch by Jordan in the pitch, and he opens up with a fastball in there for a strike.
The center fielder, number 42, Austin Straley.
Here's Straley. The stretch and the pitch. Straley takes it outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Quakers, number 2, Alec Bryan.
Sprocket will take over at third base for the Quakers and mention Anthony Morgan at second base. The pitch on the way is high and outside, 2-1, and again at first base for the Quakers. You could say anything and they'll cheer. We had mentioned again at first base for the Quakers is Dorian Holmes. Pitches inside, 3 balls and a strike. Do they sell liquor at this game? Those fans are awful happy for being out here as cold as it is. The stretch and the 3-1 pitch came back inside and lost him. So leadoff walk. And that'll bring up now Ben Johansky.
The first baseman, number 16, Ben Johansky.
Ben is from the long line of Johanskis out of northern Poland, as we've seen where my family's from. The stretch by Jordan and the pitch in there for a strike. Runner on first base here in the top of the 9th inning. Quakers trying to win this as we've now made it to the 3-hour mark. The stretch and the pitch. Low, ball 2, or should say ball 1, with 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, both bullpens are done for the moment. Jordan will come set. And the pitch. Foul tip held on by Wilson. We'll go to 1-2. Again, tomorrow it is a noon start time. Just the 1 9-inning contest. And we won't see Earlham back here until March 28th. 1-2 pitch, runner takes off. The throw down is not in time. And there's a stolen base as Kalamazoo running here in the ninth inning as they trail at 8-3. And all we have now is Jordan just throw strikes. Johansky out of St. Joseph. He is a freshman, 6'1", 190. The stretch and the pitch hit foul. We'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Quakers' next home game after today, Wednesday, March 28th. They'll take on Grace. That is a 5 o'clock start time, and then conference play gets underway on Friday, March 30th. Breaking pitch stays outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. There will be just 2 non-conference games after that. They'll have DePaul, they'll call that the Senior Day on Sunday, April the 8th, and then Adrian on Wednesday, April 18th. The payout pitch on the way once again, and it's outside for ball 4. Runners at first and second. Still no outs here in the ninth inning. Here is Amani Kareem.
Now batting.
Back-to-back walks now for Jordan Christian. Kareem singled in the 7th inning and took over at second base. The stretch by Jordan and the pitch on the way, hit into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Rounding third, heading home, and scoring the run 8-4. As crossing the plate was Austin Straley. 7 hits now by Kalamazoo. And it's 8-4.
Now batting the right fielder, number 39, Nick Stein.
Here's Nick Stein. The stretch in the pitch. And it's a called strike. And now Earlham's bullpen, which we thought might be shut down for the night, getting active once again. Christian trying to finish it out here in the ninth inning. The stretch by the right-hander. The pitch on the way. Drops in for strike 2. That's a pretty good pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. A run across here in the top of the ninth inning. Long look again by Jordan. Gets the sign from Wilson. The pitch on the way. Ground ball back up the middle. Here's one at second base. The relay to first in time, and there's 2 away. You got to get a ground ball and a double play. You got it in a perfect position right there, and now 2 outs. And here is Graham Girdler. Girdler is a freshman, big-time body, 6'3", 220. Girdler hitting the number 7 hole now for Kalamazoo. But again, 2 away here in the ninth inning. Earlham now 1 out away from finishing this one. Here's the pitch on the way by Jordan, and it falls in for a strike. The stretch by the right-hander. As Wilson sets up on the outside corner, that one just off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Girdler also a right-handed pitcher out of Bloomfield Hills. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch on the way, that'll be shot foul at the plate. Wilson quickly jumping out from behind the plate just in case. We'll go to 1-2. So now Earlham 1 strike away from winning the first 2 games of this series. One ball, 2 strikes, runner at third. The stretch again by Christian. The pitch on the way and got him swinging.
1 run on 1 hit.
Well, the
1 runner left on base.
Hornets try to make it interesting in the 9th inning, but Earlham manages to hold on for the win, and for the Quakers, they are now 10-0 on the season. Kalamazoo will fall to 1-4. Gerbis gets the win. That's his first win of the year. After 2-0 decisions in his first 2 games. And Jack Taggart will take the loss. He is 0-1. Final game of the 3-game set tomorrow. Again, it's a noon start time, as the Quakers will go for the 3-game sweep and look to go to 11-0. And every time, again, they pick up a win, it is a new record for the Quakers at the beginning of a baseball season. But your final score in a game that took just over 3 hours, Earlham beats Kalamazoo in Game 2, 8-4. Pre-game tomorrow at 11:45. First pitch scheduled for noon. Thanks for being with us. This has been Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.